and welcome to yet another episode of iAfrica, the show that celebrates creativity, art, colour, and of course, Black excellence. On this episode, we speak to several individuals who, as usual, are pushing the African narrative in the most positive way that they can. On this episode, we talk to phenomenal individuals, and we have a group of three enthusiastic young men who use their voices to push this embark narrative. We also have a film director, Munashe Chitiga, who uses not only his pen, but his vision also of telling the story on the camera. As always on the show, we love fashion, and today we have George Kuzanga, who is a fashion stylist, but he also preaches sustainable fashion. I hope you're inspired, and I hope you stay with us on iAfrica. I am your host, Nicole Javi.
iAfrica searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel.
In our first segment, we have the group of three young men who sing African music.
Okay, my name is Nehemiah Mponesi Nyakudanga. I'm a 26-year-old. I started music at a young age. I think I was 6. And also my role model was my father. He's a musician as well. So I started music in church from the United Methodist Church. So that's how I started. I got inspired by my dad, as I once said. He's a good singer, so he's my role model actually. I used to copy things from him as he used to sing in church. So I just continued with the legacy. Okay, our music is sooth music. We sing at any designed event. So we're saying we can fit at church events, maybe dinners, weddings, you may name it. So the group started in 2019. We are actually, one of the guys is from the same church and from the same hood. We are from Chitungiza, all of us, the three of us. So we just connected through church. In 2019, during the COVID pandemic, we just united as musicians. Guys, let's start something. I think I still remember it was on Africa Day. We decided to sing a themed song, a song in line with anything to do with Africa, something to do with Africa. So that's where we started. In 2019, then in 2020 we went to Dreamstar. That was our first start, and we reached the Dreamstar finals in 2020, and we were so being part of the group. It has brought life-changing opportunities. We have moved in terms of as far as music is concerned. It has been a great experience performing at different levels.
My name is Tatenda Masari Levo, and I sing the first part in South Music, and I'm also the secretary of the group. So my inspiration, I started singing at a very young age. I think I was about 6. So just singing in churches, and my family is also a musical family. So just singing was just part of the family. And when I joined these guys, when we started this thing, it's been a tough ride. And I think for the future, a lot is coming. For 2024, we are planning on releasing an album. So I think sometime this year, we are going to have an album. And before that, we are going to release a few singles so that you can have some good music.
So my name is Kumbrai Pardon Mazrey. I'm 25, turning 26, and the inspirations come from my family. We are all singers, and especially my brother, my big bro. And as a group, my role in the group is I write music. I write music for the group, and the breaking point of our group came from this last year when we recorded a GBV song. Then we managed to have many shows with my NGOs and stuff. So for me, I saw a breaking point, and I hope our future is very, very, very bright. For other upcoming artists, I would say focus. And the problem is some just do music, they don't market. They are just like, my music will do the thing, but no, the music, if you record the music, market yourself. And when doing music, do good music, not this bubblegum music. It will go well.
So that was the three young men who told their story, and as you can tell, they are here to stay. After the break, we talk to yet another young man who is breaking barriers in the Zimbabwean creative space, and this time around, we take you behind the camera lens.
Africa searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent. Africa searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent.
Welcome back to the second segment of Africa. We are joined by filmmaker, director, writer Bunashi Chitsiga as he tells the story of making a film.
Oh, okay. Filmmaking is it's a creative journey that we go. It's like something that burns inside of you. Sometimes you don't want to do it, but it calls you so that you get to create stuff. More like fantasies in your minds. Then we put them to paper, we shoot them, then we distribute them to people. Then they get to see how crazy we are at times. I think growing up, I loved poetry and reading a lot of stuff, creative stuff from the literature books that we have, even back in primary school. They were so good to me. Then I decided, I think I can write. I think I can try this. That's when I started writing for fun without noticing that I'm building a career inside. So when I started writing, when I was, I think, in Form 4, I participated in a program, a script writing competition. Then I sent a script there. It was in the top 6, something like that. It didn't win, but then it gave me the courage to keep on writing. So afterwards, that's when I take the same script and I produced my first feature, my first short film. That was in 2016. And it's called Aliens Beyond Boundaries. It's about xenophobia that was happening in South Africa. We sent it to the film festival, the Zimbabwe Film Festival. We won 2 awards with that same film. And then we take it to festivals out of the country. I think the biggest is the Caribbean Film Market, where we were the semi-finalist there. Talking of inspiration, is different depending with the moment. Sometimes it comes from my emotions. Sometimes it's just an idea that visits me, you know. Like maybe I'm just chilling, then a certain idea comes across my mind, then I start developing. So the process of inspiration is very different. It depends with the moment and time and feeling. Well, I'm someone who loves something that is a little bit of action because we grew up watching those kind of stuff. So it's something that I don't wish to take away for the next generation. So people should expect a little bit of action from my stuff. Then real life stories, though I try to blend in the action part and the real life part, the real life drama. Then also I like to hide some cryptic messages in my art. I just want to hide something. Those who are smart enough, they may be able to find it, and those who, I can't say those who are not smart enough, but the other, they can just enjoy the film without seeing those cryptic messages. From the word go, it was just amazing. Like from when I managed to participate in the short film writing competition and be among the top 6 in the country. Then when I won the awards with that same film as well, then I went on to create my first feature film, which I directed. It's called Maria. We managed to sell it to Zambezi Magic. It was amazing. I was young by then, yeah. And then it was so amazing. It gave me a lot of hope, like, oh, okay, these things are possible. It can happen that way. So I think that's my moment. And then from there, I just started producing and writing. I can't. From my current productions, do I have a favorite? It's like I'm judging between my kids. Like, who's your favorite child now? Yeah, but then there should be one that stands out, and then it depends on the moment. Like right now, I would say my favorite is Maria. A lot of people never got to watch it, but it's a social story that talks about women and injustice and rape and the injustices during upbringing of girls and stuff. So I like that. It's close to me. It's close to human. So that's why it's my favorite for now. I'm in the process of developing a TV series which we are going to shoot sometime this year. I can't disclose dates because we are still in pre-production. So it's a process. So that one is gonna come. Um, I hope to public. That's the agenda. That's the goal. We want to get that stuff to the people direct. Locally, I appreciate all the filmmakers who are here, and I've been privileged enough to work with a lot of them on their projects. Uh, on international scale now, yeah, there's Steven Spielberg. I love him. And then there is David Fincher as well. I love him so much. I follow his style as well. So if I can get a chance to meet one of them, I'll be very happy in my life. I'll tell you what burns inside me right now is, maybe let me say, it's an industrial goal for the whole film industry. I wish our work to reach to the audience, especially the audience in Zim, the audience at home. That's what I want right now. That's what burns inside of me. If I can manage to do that, I'll be very happy. I'll be at peace. I think the work that I'm producing has got a positive narrative towards Africa. I'm one person who doesn't like to write those sorry stories about Africans doing that. Even the story that I told you about Maria, it's a story about hope as well. At the end of the day, we need to sell a better image of Africa. So that's what I do, and I think my story was shaping the narrative towards Africa. What I can say to the aspiring filmmakers is don't give up, keep pushing, we'll get there. And then to the current filmmakers, what I can say is let's target the local audience. Let's get our work to the people. I think our work is good. Let's get it to the people. I think this is the time right now. We've got the infrastructure to do that now. Okay, so what I can say right now in my career, some of my biggest projects, some of them they are not personal. We were working with other filmmakers. One is the one we did in Zambia. I was the producer for this show on DSTV called Uncle Limbani, season 3. Yeah, I was the producer for season 3. I was also in season 2 for that same show. I think that was the biggest because we got a Africa Magic nomination for that. Then on my personal ones, I think The Lamp, I've got a feature film called The Lamp. It's showing on ZBC. And then we screened that film in Zambia, in a cinema in Zambia. And then it had 6 nominations at the Sotambe in 2021. Yeah. Then I've got Maria, which was on DSTV. I love that one, so I kind of keep it to myself. I'm not dishing it out randomly. Then I've got another one that I wish to release as well. It's a feature film called Let's Plot a Wedding. We finished editing and stuff, so now we are working on the distribution part of it. The thing is, the moments which kind of triggered me to feel like I can direct, it was a sad situation, by the way, because we couldn't find someone to direct my short film. So we decided, since I wrote it, since I had the vision, then I think I have to do it. Then when we did the film, we won awards. So it was a milestone. It was something that gave me a lot of hope. And then after doing that, my second project, I managed to sell it. You know, it's very hard to sell a film in Zimbabwe, especially on a DSTV platform. It's very hard. But I managed on my second film, and it gave me a lot of hope. It's a sequence of good things that were happening in my career. So I think that era, I can't say that film, but I'll say that era was my moment, because that's when I realized I can do a lot of things.
That was Munashe Chitsiga sharing his personal journey of how he makes a film. And just like you heard, the sky is not even the limit for him. We now get into our third and final segment after the break, and we take you into the exciting world of fashion.
iAfrica searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent. iAfrica searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food, and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent.
Welcome to the last segment of iAfrica today, and we speak to George Kuzanga, who is a stylist. And when we speak stylist, we speak A-listers as well.
My name is George the Stylist. I'm a stylist and a fashion designer, an influencer, and a public figure. So I do styling and designing.
What drew you into fashion?
What draws me into fashion is that I do love fashion. I see myself, if I create something, if I make a piece out of pieces, I can create something. So I am in love of fashion, and I'm very good, and I'm very artistic as well. So that draws me into fashion. For me, it's like a gift, because I didn't learn about it. Yeah, I did fashion in fabric at school, but it wasn't a thing that draws me into fashion. I was just a person that loves fashion, and I didn't know that I was going to become a fashionista, because I thought to myself, I'm an evangelist, so I can preach the word of God. That's what I know. Like, I was going to be a pastor though, but as a pastor, I'm also a fashionista and a stylist. I started my career in 2017, where I used to sell in the streets before I moved to have a shop. So 2020, I discovered that if I tell someone, wear this and wear this, they look good. So in 2021, I decided to call myself George the Stylist. And I started styling people, different type of people. Celebrities, models, presenters, and so on. I've worked with Pro Beats. I've worked with Socialite Tarogezi. I've worked with Dion Tanaka. I've worked with Manuel Mariga. I've worked with Walitan and Amara Brown, to name the few. It's been, business is up and down, so you have to be persistent, perseverance. You have to, if you want something, you have to achieve it. So it's been low, but now I'm in the game now, so people they really know there's George the stylist. If they want to go for a wedding, a dinner, they have to call me, George, can you style me? Then they pay the money. But you have you have to work hard, and you yourself you have to look good as well. So for people to believe in you. My favorite business to work with was Probits. He's so chilled, so humble. He's down to earth, and he's a person like George. I just want to dress like you, or I just want to start dressing like you. You look good. Though himself is very good. He's very artistic. He's an artist as well, so he's very good.
So, what's the biggest projects that you've done so far?
The biggest project I've done so far. I've called by another TV to style for Freeman's upcoming video for what you call this, Man to Man. So which did shoot it here. So that's the biggest project, and Pro Beats video as well, and some of the videos as well. I would love to work with Takura. I would love to work with Tammy Moyo, Gemak Graphics, Nati O, and to name the few.
Why? Why those?
I love Takura. Takura is very artistic, and my fashion and his style, it's good. So if we combine it together, it makes a difference. And I like to work with Nati O because his music inspires me a lot, and I think he needs a stylist. He's good, but he just needs a punch of the stylist. Gemma, I just love her. She's very lovely. I talked to her, so we're gonna do something very soon. And she's very artistic. You know, white people, they love vintage. Anything that is vintage, they love it. Yeah, Tammy Moyo, I love to work with Tammy because your music, it resembles fashion, the way she dances. I just love her. I just love her nature. Her nature. Fashion is art. Fashion is a feeling. If you wear something, how do you feel when you're wearing it? When you're wearing skin jeans, how you feel when you're walking around, when you're wearing a miniskirt or a dress, linen pants. So fashion is art. It's about feeling how you feel it, and it's in the blood. It's just you have to make it a lifestyle. Fashion is a lifestyle. My clothes, I do get them from thrifts outside Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Mozambique. And I'm actually a designer as well, so I do designs by order. You place an order if you want a designer wear. It's a tailor-made one, so for a specific designs, if you can bring your designs, or I can design with my own designs. I would love to see people making pieces which American or South Africa, if you go to South Africa or Nigeria, if you go on the red carpets, they look good. They just don't wear things, wearing sneakers, going on the red carpet when you're going, especially celebrities, they have to look good. Because when you're a celebrity or a fashionista or an influencer, people have to copy a style from you. So they have to have stylists and their industry. They have to have someone who dress them up, someone who designs for them. My aspirations comes from Chino Chinyani, and my aspiration comes from Chris Brown, Jada Smith, Pharrell Williams, and some ladies like Rihanna, Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, and so on. I would love to be one of the biggest brands in the world. Like it's modern vintage, I have to be one of the biggest stylists like Swanky Jerry, Ali 30. So that's what I want to achieve. So I want my company to be one of the biggest. So people that love fashion, you have to think. You don't have to when you're copying from someone. Me, I can copy from someone like A$AP Rocky, for an example. But when I'm copying, I don't have to copy the whole complete outfit. I'll have to source up some sources of my own. So if you want to become a stylist, be patient because you meet different people. Some people they are aggressive, some people they are rough, some people they just talk whatever they want to. So if you want people to believe in you as well as a stylist, you need to look good, be representable, be friendly, be social.
That was Munashe, no, that was George Kuzaga telling us the story of how he aspires to see a change in the Zimbabwean fashion landscape. So that was all that we had for you on this episode of iAfrica. Be sure to join us again in the next one. So this this was the episode that we had for you on iAfrica today, hoping that you took inspiration and motivation to live your own creative path and also help to catapult the Zimbabwean narrative story. We had a group of 3 young talented men who sing a cappella music. We also spoke to Munashe, who is a filmmaker, and of course we also spoke to one person who is in the fashion industry and continues breaking barriers, George Kazanga. Hoping that you will join us again on the next episode of iAfrica. I am Nicole Jomo and I am the host.
iAfrica searches for inspiration and innovation in all areas of popular culture, from fashion and design through to architecture, art, food and travel. The focus is on outstanding individuals doing extraordinary things on the African continent. iAfrica presents creatives in their home nations, visiting renowned designers, musicians, architects who are leaving their mark on the young continent. From well-known brands through to ambitious startups, every week iAfrica seeks out the continent's best design and lifestyle innovations. Join me, your host Nicole Jamu, as we take a round trip across Africa and get you inspired, motivated, and future-oriented.